Folks, welcome on in. We are getting ready for yet another BO3, and we're kicking it off real quick. OPTIC versus PKS here in Ascent.
Straight into the series already. I mean, this is the last series of the group stage, and it's a decider. Who's got to play the guard? Who's got to play Cloud9? If I'm honest, pick your poison, because I don't want to play either of them if I'm in the OPTIC or Knight's position. So yeah, it's a rough one here. It's a rough one. The Knights, just to kick things off on their attacking side, a very slow start. They're just feeling out the map. And one of the big things that I feel like we're going to see is how Scuba adjusts to Omen, because he's never played Omen. He's played Brimstone once, and he's only ever played Astra and Viper. He is the #1 Astra in the group stage. So to have this switch to Omen, it's going to be super interesting to see.
Right. We were thinking about this for really every map for PK. They rely a lot on that Astra, but again, seeing Omen pulled out, not exactly a surprise. But more surprisingly, though, actually that Brim pick from Marv. I actually expected more of an Omen, but Brim is really good. But here we go. Early util. That's a whole lot of information off the knife.
Yeah, really big knife comes out, and that will slow down the Knights. And honestly, it looks like it's going to send them back the other way. That was a lot of information, and well, for now, Frosty kind of knows that there's a little bit of aggression. He even redeploys that turret. A big paranoia comes in. It's actually a split towards the cat side.
Oh, but an instant answer off the flash, and Marv is still around the corner waiting for the approach. But the wall going up. Marv all alone has to take it on. Yay over towards Heaven with a couple of picks in terms of damage and PK. They finally make it out of the meat grinder with 2 players versus 4.
They're going to get the door down, but the wall, it will be broken, and eventually, yep, door falls as well. Frosty's got to be aggressive, and he unfortunately
here comes
is going to get picked off. Ziff. He's alone. 1 versus 3. He doesn't at least have Ye on low HP. He can isolate these 1 versus 1 as well. Even gets to take the jumping classic's not going to connect and crashes. Swinging from front, Jenny. OPTIC very quick to delay that push. A lovely flash from Victor, and that puts Knights in their place.
It's such a rough spot for PK off of the close point with only 2 players. But
active. Knights on the other side. Not going to be able to do much in this round. And look, we see it here on A. Early A aggression. They're going to get that full control, and that is a big, big dart. A lot of early damage.
And OPTIC maintaining their players where they are. 2 players over on A, not over rotating. And with such a heavy contact from PK, but look how much noise they're making back over in A main, but not a single pick from OPTIC and not a single move from PK.
Well, Victor's gone already. Clearing out A main is going to post up towards Cat. They are expecting that with all this util that they're dumping towards B, that the Knights should be looking to reroute towards mid. But in reality, they're going back all the way through spawn. Back towards A main. And for now, both Victor and Marv are playing off site. He still has the molly if he wants to delay. He even drops a smoke. A very timely one. That's 20 seconds bought off the clock. And the knife doesn't actually get anything.
It's the same effect that we would see from any Astra over towards A main. Just place up that smoke. Just so much mystery. It forces the opponents to push out. And Marv even has a molly forward and an extra smoke if he wants to delay even more time. And indeed, he's going to use that molly. So out goes PK. They're forced to push out. Out goes Victor. Has the crossfire. Able to get 1. Still 2 players remaining. Gangsta and Van. And they both go down. So there you go.
Could get a 1-shot potential if it's a headshot, but still. OPTIC, proactivity. Both towards the A and B side. They're going to get early control with that Nanostorm. And this is going to force Knights to expend utility to re-clear B main.
Oh, absolutely. PK, now with a single eye there. Like you said, they have to retake that, but it's almost the same thing over on A. Look at the early smoke back in A main.
Oh, big shot could have been from Ye. He actually has to dash away here, and they have crept. They've allowed, at least for now, Ziff to get all the way up mid. There's no alarm bot. He has all of this space right now, but how do Knights want to use it? They're just hovering around this mid side. Spike leaning towards B. I don't think we're going to have a B split here, but there's so much util in front of B main.
Oh, FNS in that cheeky little log spot. Crossfired up with Crashies. It's going to be these 2 players to try to hold down B, but the paranoia actually strikes down on FNS. FNS, though, still standing, still trying to fight his teammate. Still around the corner, but PK finally spilling on. Able to get 2. How is he still alive? Headshot finally comes in, but crashes with 11 HP. Picks up the Vandal, able to get a second. So there goes. Now Scuba and Ban in a 2v2. They don't have Spike.
Spike dropped. It's right in front of Victor's face. He even has a flash now. Marv only with a sheriff, and here's the swing. Scuba, gonna line the boat up. The Knights bailed out by OPTIC, trying to get aggressive, but man.
We were talking about that scrappy little bonus. You had to depend on cheeky spots here with an SMG, and FNS did exactly that. But gosh, I mean, you gotta talk about this post point, or not this post point, holding down for
to go into the next round. even if they do drop this off, and it's the Knights getting so aggressive, that knife getting everything towards A. This is going to allow a really heavy lean. The revive comes up here, they'll make it a 5-on-5, and this is a typical Knights execution, but they actually get away here. Ye's got to reposition.
Ye having to run, he doesn't get hit by the paranoia. His teammate actually does come out. Oh, he does come out of garage and actually does get the kill. There goes a trade back off the boost. Sight. Empty now for PK, but OPTIC are right here, ready and raring to go. Plant is able to go down, but it's only 2 players now. Scuba up front and center, looking to make some noise back over and stairs. Gangsta goes down. It's a 1v3.
This is such an interesting smoke that was dropped by Marv because it allows Victor to cross without having to peek. They can buy time.
They clear the rest
now
of the
have
site.
full lane control. Scuba just sat in the smoke, can't do anything. What a typical Knight setup, right? The Sage Wall boost from Zip, that's something we've seen over and
all
over
the time
on this map of Ascent, right? That's the exit they want to go for. The dash out as well, but Ban had no smoke. And OPTIC on the stairs, that will allow them to cross here. And man, OPTIC played that so well, not over-aggressing, not taking any unnecessary peeks.
The only thing you have to really comment there, good hold at the very beginning, but
looks like OPTIC are going to try and play for the lockdown if it comes down to it on the B side. Turret will at least allow the Knights to have the knowledge that nobody is pushed up. It does get broken here by Crashies. So the Knights, they're going to re-aggress. There's no util here towards mid, so it looks like for now OPTIC are going to be playing on the B site. Kind of just playing back site, if you will. That knife getting a whole lot of information as well. I mean, Knights have a lot of space here towards mid. You can see the way that OPTIC have adjusted. And yeah, FNS already has this lockdown at the ready. They kind of understand, OPTIC, that they've given Knights this space, and OPTIC, they're so willing to do it because you have nothing else, essentially, if you're Knights. How do you even make an exec happen here?
Yeah, but what happens if Ban actually makes it through this back line? Nobody's actually watching this flank a bit. Oh no, but here comes back Marv actually looking back over towards that mid side. OPTIC, now they have re-awareness, essentially.
Yeah, Ban. He's in a big spot because if he can find this pick, that'll be the catalyst because now you've got to worry about your flank here. Marv is worried about it, so they only have 2 players. The null command coming out, but look at the timing. Ban could have gotten a kill there, but his knives pulled back because of the suppression. And they start to creep through as that smoke fades. This is falling apart here for Knights. They've got nothing.
Spike down, Marv looks away. The wrong moment, potentially. Ban still could come up from behind. That wall is huge, so at least try to take back the spike. But the Brim stim alongside the double spray down ends up working, but Victor is now the only one remaining in a 1v3. How does this happen? Ban comes up from behind and gets the kill. It's a thrifty round for PK. Everyone goes down in a flash. They hold down to the rotations.
Good, because now the Knights, they can tie things up here so easily. Lockdown still in effect here. Only 2 players on this A side, and the Knights are already 5-man bolstered over towards A main.
Oh, it's going to be an early battle for Marv, and he goes down. Now it's only A. Essentially taking on a 1v5, and that's, there you go. That's all that PK wanted. Approach as a 5. Get that pick up. They have all the utes still possible for this fight. Slower, but alongside Heaven, Smoke Up, and Cat. It's a lockdown setup.
Oh, my Victor trying to go aggressive there. Tosses a flash out, but he doesn't get anything for it. The door will be broken. The spike down in the 3 versus 5. Not much you can do here is, oh, well, the Knights, this is what they do best in post plants. Playing together. It's a Prime Gaming flawless